What's going on, everybody? We're going to be taking a look at this Monday night Week 7 2017 matchup with the Redskins and the Eagles. And I'm telling you right now, Week 7, it kind of solidified a lot of things for me. First of all, the Eagles last year, we know that they were, they got up to a pretty decent, run, and then they kind of collapsed towards the end, and everybody made a lot of excuses about it and things like that. But the one thing that most people, excluding Skip Bayliss, realized is that Carson Wentz, he's a special quarterback, and we got to thank the Browns for that pick because, and when I say we, I'm not an Eagles fan, I'm just saying we as people that view the game, NFL fans, have to, because the Browns are always doing the dumbest things, and it's just something that's part of their culture, bro. They just don't know what they're doing, and it comes a time where even the guy that's the owner has to say, you know what, maybe I just got to step away, because they just do whatever they can to stay where they are. Their records and everything about that franchise is just completely ridiculous, but it is what it is. But let's just talk about Carson Wentz last night. Now, at one point, they were losing, and you just look at the composure of him. And when look, you know what he reminds me of? He's like Eli Manning, but I don't want to say that disrespectfully, because I know people, like, if you guys watch my previous podcast, Eli Manning is just washed up right now, in my opinion. And I know guys are going to make excuses that are New York Giant fans. Oh, he don't got no receivers. Oh, this and all that. Yeah, that's great. I don't care about that. That guy is completely done. What I mean is he's able to brush plays off and act like it didn't happen. The biggest part of this game is when he got sacked by like 3 Redskins, bro. Got back up and threw a hot one, bro. A hot one. Right down the field. Touchdown. Look, this dude, people have been voting since, the end of last season about who's the better quarterback in the NFC East, Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz. Let me tell you this right now. Before they added Blunt to this team, Carson Wentz had no real run game. You had Sproles, but Sproles is not really that guy. He's not an in-between tackles runner. He's not a guy that's going to do whatever, you know what I'm saying, like every down back like Ezekiel Elliott. The reasoning behind why there's so much of a discrepancy is because Ezekiel Elliott is so good that you're able to easily say the Cowboys goes as he goes. It's very, very easy. Like, if you look at it like, all right, if Zeke is doing well, more than likely the Cowboys are going to win. That's pretty much all that we can say about the situation. There's nothing else that we have to, like, do a mathematical formula, call Einstein from his grave and figure out, like, E = MC squared. If Zeke is playing well, Dak looks better. But when you're looking at Carson Wentz is making other players better. That's the difference, bro. And he's utilizing receivers that, Aguilar was struggling last year. Ertz is coming, he's coming out, he's making plays. There's a lot of different things that are going on within the Eagles right now that you got to give Carson Wentz a lot of credit for. And I understand, like, if you watch Undisputed and you listen to Skip Bayliss is going to be a little bit biased because he's a Dallas Cowboys dude, and whatever it is, it is what it is. Because you can't deny the fact that this man is special. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, again, when I talk about specific quarterbacks and I'm giving you my honest opinion about them, I'm just looking at the tape. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, this guy is good because of this. I'm looking at the tape and I'm looking at how you bounce back. Which is why I think Deshaun Jackson, why did I say Deshaun Jackson? I'm over here thinking about the wrong dude. Deshaun Watson is going to be so special in this league. I just love him, bro. Like, I watch him, and, his first game when he started after, what's the guy's name over there? The Bill, I can't remember, what he's like Bill something. But I can't remember. The dude has the butt chin. The dude, bro, who's their coach for the Texans? I know you guys are probably writing it out there. I can't remember his name, but I know his name is like Bill something, and he's like one of those Bill Belichick guys that came out of nowhere or whatever like that. Bill O'Brien. If he didn't start Tom Savage week 1, the Texans would be looking a lot better than even how they are right now. Because I just believe that Deshaun Watson, anything that's put in front of him, he's gonna shine, bro. Even though they lost to the Patriots and it was close, stuff like that, it's gonna be a growing experience. But he's gonna be a great quarterback in this league, and it's similar to Carson Wentz. When I think about a special athlete that, he has the tools. Yeah, he needs some fine tuning here and there, but this dude is going. They have a chokehold on the NFC East right now, because when you look at Josh Norman on the sideline, the Redskins are not doing anything. Like, they're not. Kirk Cousins is going to go as far as Kirk Cousins can go, and that's going to be it. But the Eagles have an underrated defense as well. So with the offense doing what they're doing and their defense playing like that, the Giants are probably looking to get the #1 pick. So they're just completely out. The Cowboys, I'm not really thinking that they're going to be able to beat the Eagles head-to-head when it matters. In my opinion, when it matters. You know what I'm saying? In the division. So I've been picking the Eagles since like week 3 when I saw what the Giants were doing, because the Giants were the only other team that I thought that could give them real problems. The Eagles, I mean the Redskins have been decent, but the Giants, before the season started, looking at their defense, I thought that they would be able to make some noise. Obviously, you know, Bill Much Ado About Nothing, or Bill McAdoodoo, or whatever you want to call him. You know, that dude is a horrible head coach and he has to get fired. But Eli Manning also, I think they have to move forward now. They got to figure out what they want to do with OBJ. A lot of things have to happen with the Giants right now. But the one thing that I can tell you is that the Eagles are for real this year. Watching this game in its entirety, the Eagles are for real this year. So whether you're an Eagles fan, you're not an Eagles fan, it doesn't matter. Whether you skip Bayliss, Carson Wentz is special regardless of what anybody is saying. Right now, I don't want to go out of bounds and say that he's completely just overall better than Dak, but I have to give him the edge right now. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Who do you think is the best NFC East team? I really think it's the Eagles, and I really think they showed it, and I think that they really have a complete chokehold on the NFC East, and they're going to the playoffs. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe and share. One love.